Le personnel de la Commission canadienne de sûreté nucléaire se rend dans les collectivités d'un bout à l'autre du Canada pour expliquer comment la CCSN réglemente le secteur nucléaire afin de préserver la santé, la sûreté et la sécurité des Canadiens et de protéger l'environnement. Pour ce faire, elle offre entre autres une séance d'information appelée CCSN 101. Cette troisième de 5 vidéos créées à partir de la séance d'information CCSN 101 décrit le rôle de la CCSN à l'égard de la réglementation de toutes les installations du cycle du combustible nucléaire du Canada.
Okay, so we'll start with the mines. All right, that's pretty easy. Okay, so at the moment, all uranium mine sites, and the chemical people can correct me on this now, are in northern Saskatchewan. We have 5 active projects at the moment. Although when we talk about the regulations, and we'll go into mine regulations specifically, there'll be more details on the mines, and I'll actually have a map of Canada to show you where all the mines are and the proposed mine sites are as well. Okay, so right now we have Cigar Lake, Key Lake, McArthur River, McLean Lake, Rabbit Lake. There are several proposed future mine sites in northern Saskatchewan. Midwest is, correct me if I'm wrong, is that the one that's finished their environmental assessment, but they haven't applied for a license yet? Okay, good. And there's a Millennium mine as well. There's also some being looked at in Nunavut and northern Quebec as well, and we'll have maps of those projects, proposed projects. At the mine, the uranium ore is mined and transferred to the mill for processing. Now we're at the mills. Very good. Okay. Here the ore is processed to recover the uranium from the parent rock to produce what we call yellow cake, a powdered form of uranium which is ready for further processing. The yellow cake is shipped to Cameco's, and there's a lot of chemical people here, the uranium refinery facility in Blind River. Very good. All right. There, they produce a high-purity uranium trioxide powder. Okay. Then it goes to the conversion facility. The powder from the refining facility is shipped to Cameco's conversion facility in Port Hope. I heard there's Port Hope people here as well. To convert the uranium to uranium dioxide, which is used to manufacture CANDU reactor fuel. And they also produce uranium hexafluoride, which I understand that's not used in Canada, but that's shipped to other countries to make fuel for other types of reactors, right? All the heads are going up and down. Good. All right. Fuel fabrication facilities. All right. Camo. Here, uranium is formed into pellets and arranged into fuel bundles around about the size of a fire log. But I'd say the diameter of a fire log, they're pretty longer than the fire log that I'd use in my fires, but just to give you an idea, about that long and the size of a log. Fuel bundles are used in nuclear power plants for producing electricity and various medical and industrial uses. Cameco ships uranium dioxide from its conversion facilities to two fuel manufacturing facilities that produce fuel bundles for CANDU reactors. Chemical Fuel Manufacturing in Port Hope and GE Hitachi Nuclear Energy, and they have 2 sites. They have a facility in Ontario and Toronto, the one that makes the pellets, and then in Peterborough, they make the fuel bundles. Head still nodding? Still good? Good. All right. Over to the power reactors. Very good. So for the power reactors, actually I have a slide specific on power reactors after this one, so we'll just go over this one very quickly. The fuel bundles, they're shipped and loaded into the reactors to produce electricity. At the moment, we have 17 operating reactors, and I'll show them in the next slide in a few minutes. Okay, then we're at the waste. Good. So waste here, big issue usually in the media. Waste is the form of spent or used nuclear fuel from the reactors, and it's stored usually on site at the nuclear reactor sites. Okay. I say usually because now I'm going to talk about the Nuclear Waste Management Organization, NWMO, is responsible for long-term solutions for the storage of spent fuel. At the moment, the NWMO is assisting Ontario Power Generation, OPG, in seeking regulatory approval for the preparation and construction of what is called the Deep Geological Repository, or DGR, most of you are familiar with that, on the site of the Bruce Power Generating Station in Ontario. Construction license they're anticipating but they're going through the regulatory application process now. So they're anticipating that to be up and running in 2014. No, construction starting in 2014, all right? With a goal to receive an operating license for low and intermediate level radioactive waste only by the year 2019, okay? The outlook for storage of spent fuel from reactors is around 2035. Again, these are all estimated dates in the future. You have to start building the place first, right? Okay. There's also a proposal for storage of low intermediate waste at the Bruce facility in Tiverton, Ontario, that would hold OPG waste from Bruce, Darlington, and Pickering. There are also a number of low-level waste management storage sites throughout the country. Examples are some at Port Hope and Chalk River. Okay. That ends the middle part, which we would call the fuel cycle. Very good. Which is good. Perfect.